Well, good morning, starting over, because I think I was muted for a second. Um, okay, so we're going to get started this morning. I'm going to do my best to stay on time. So a couple of things you might want to have handy are a couple of yoga blocks and either a cushion or a blanket that you can sit on. And I'll start on the cushion, actually, just to give my low back, my knees and hips a little extra support. Take a moment to find your seat. Allow yourself to get grounded and comfortable. And then go ahead and close your eyes softly. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. And take 3 breaths in through the nose and out through an open mouth. One more nice long breath. Good, and now pull your shoulders up to your ears, squeeze really, really tight, 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 tight. Press the shoulders back and then let them slide down. Good. Good, and then just go ahead and bring your hands to your low belly, just below your belly button. And we're just going to breathe into the space behind the hands, kind of that space in your belly behind your hands. And just focusing on allowing this space to expand with every inhalation. So really relaxing the belly as the lungs fill, the diaphragm drops down, and so there's a natural tendency for the lower abdomen to relax and fall out. And as you exhale, gently pulling that space just below the belly button back in the spine, and then inhale, relax. We're starting to get ourselves familiar and comfortable with the 3-part breath, also known as Dirgha Svasam. Good. And then come up to your ribs, and I want you to sort of give yourself a hug, and you're going to wrap your arms around just the lowest part of your ribs below the chest or below the breasts. Now, inhale here, and I want you to feel the ribs expand and stretch out towards the sides. Exhale. Let's add a little rhythm here. So we'll inhale for a count of 4. Pause. Exhale for a count of 4. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. One more breath, feeling the expansion in the ribs. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Good. Now bring your arms up, and we're going to tuck the thumbs right into the armpits. This is called Kakshadara Marma. And you're going to let your, oops, I don't want to tap the mic. And then let your fingertips find your clavicle bone. So now we're going to inhale, big deep breath. And as you come to the top of the breath, you should feel the shoulders and the collarbone. Exhale, the shoulders relax, the belly comes back in, the ribs relax. Again, inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Focusing our awareness on the expansion in the upper chest. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. One more with the hands here. Exhale. Good. Now place your right hand on your heart and your left hand over your belly button. And breathe normally for 5 breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. Feeling the expansion in all parts of the torso, the low belly, mid-region, and the shoulders. Expanding in all directions, front, side, and back. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Good, and from here, go ahead and gather your hands together in front of the heart. This is called Anjali Mudra. And the idea with Anjali Mudra is that you're holding something very sacred, very fragile even, in the palms of your hands. So you don't have to smash the hands together, but hold it with a little bit more care. And we'll share the sound Om 3 times to help harmonize us, even though we're separated by time and space. We'll use a little bit of sound to reunite us. Inviting the deep breath in for Om. Take one more breath into the heart. Exhale nice and slow, long breath out. And then relax your hands, let them rest gently in your lap, keeping the eyes closed. As we set our intention for class and move consciously from whatever was happening before into this yoga space. And I'd like us to direct our attention, our intention and focus for this class today on the idea of acceptance. And that is that we accept life just as it is. We accept our body and its limitations just as it is. And we accept where our mind is at. We accept where our friends are at. We accept where the world is at. Because we're all just here to do our duty, to do our path, to walk our path. And we made an agreement to accept. And to do this, we have to release expectations of ourselves and of others. So take a moment, release any expectations for this class, release any expectations you have of yourself for this class or even for this day. And allow your heart to open to accept things as they are with grace. Good. All right, go ahead and bring the hands back together in front of your heart. This time rub them together, create lots of heat in your hands. Keep rubbing, keep breathing, lots of heat, build, 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 build. Good, and then we're going to place the hands right over the heart. And just see if you can experience or perceive any of that radiant heat from the palms into your chest, and allowing the heart to soften and to open to our day, to our life. Good. From here, blink your eyes a few times so that you re-enter into the light gently. And then extend your arms and legs out in front of you. And just kind of shake things out. And then stretch your fingers and toes as wide as you can. And then squeeze them as wide as, or tight as you can. Stretch, squeeze, stretch, squeeze. One more time. Good. And then rotate the wrists and the ankles. Go the opposite direction. Good. And then palms up, we're just going to tap the tops of the shoulders and out. And let's add some breath. So deep in breath here. Exhale, bring the tops of the fingers to the shoulders. Exhale. Good. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale to the tops of the shoulders. Inhale out. Exhale back. One more time. Good. Keep your fingers here. Big breath in as you roll the elbows. And exhale as they come down and forward. Inhale. Exhale down and forward. Two more times. Inhale out. Exhale down, forward. One last time. And then reverse. Inhale. Exhale as you drop the elbows back. Exhale back. Exhale back one more time. Great. All right, from here, go ahead and come onto your hands and knees. And we're going to try to be as gentle as possible on our wrists this morning. Okay, cool. So have your wrists not directly under your shoulders because this can cause a lot of kink and pressure into that joint. Take your hands like one walk forward so that they're just a little bit out in front of the shoulders, and make sure that you're not locked into your elbows and that you're not hanging into the shoulder girdle. You want to push the floor away from you. Gentle bend in the elbows. Good. Go ahead and tuck the toes under. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, push the floor away from you. Draw the tailbone underneath and really bring the chin to the chest, like squeeze it up into your collarbone. Inhale, lower the belly, untuck the tailbone, keep pushing the floor away from you. Draw the chin up. Keep your abdominal muscles active so you don't drop into the spine too much. And then exhale, round the back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Push the floor away from you. And this time as you exhale and round the back, see if you can squeeze the arms towards each other like you're trying to gather up the mat between your hands. Good. Keep that activation going. Lower the belly, look forward, untuck the tailbone. One more time, round the back. Now, staying here in this cat position, lower the tops of the feet to the mat and send the hips back to the heels. Exhale all the way down, child's pose. Keep your arms where they are, nice long stretch into the armpit. And then inhale, come right back up. Draw the toes under, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Exhale, tops of the feet to the floor, round the back, push the floor away from you, and then hips to heels, child's pose. Long arms, really stretching the back. And then inhale, come back up. Draw the toes under, lift the chin, lift the tailbone, push the floor away from you, stretch your belly. Exhale, tops of the feet down, round the back, take the hips to the heels. Good. And this time bring your arms along your sides, and we'll take 3 breaths in child's pose, balasana, and really focusing our attention between this connection happening in the belly and the thighs. So you can try having your knees wide or together will create more heat in the body, apart will release more heat from the body. So just feel into what you need today. And take 3 deep breaths. As you inhale, expanding the belly into the thighs. And as you exhale, gently drawing those abdominal muscles up away. Inhale, expand. Exhale, gently contract. In. Long breath out. Good. Go ahead and take your arms back up in front of you. Draw yourself up to your hands and knees. Draw the toes under and exhale back to downward facing dog. Really gentle here, so keep your knees bent
And just start by pedaling out the feet one at a time. Maybe a little popping and cracking, releasing some air from that joint space. Good, and then lift up really high onto and flip your heels over to the right. Now really reach down through your left hand. Don't let this guy lift. We're not turning up. Keep your shoulders parallel to the mat. And reach through your left arm and reach through the outer edge of your left foot and stretch the whole left side of the body. Reach, reach, reach. Both arms out of the shoulders. Press. Good. Come back through center. Flip the heels over to the right. Send the outer edge of that right foot and then come back to the center. Lift up right foot through to the top and keep that keep that back knee high. And if you have your blocks handy, bring them on either side of this front foot. Who needs a runt foot? All right, so we're going to keep a little bit of that cat-cow action for the spine happening. So I want you to inhale, sink into the hips just a little bit, but keep a 90-degree angle in the 90 or 45 in the ankle and the knee. Look forward, and then exhale, round the back, straighten the front leg, and see if you can move the forehead towards the shin. Good. Inhale, come forward, sink into the hips, stretch up and open the collarbones. Exhale, gently round the back, draw the forehead towards the shin, and straighten that front leg. Good. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale forward. And then exhale back. Good. Come into your high lunge. Set the blocks off to the side. Frame that left foot and step back to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths in downward dog. Right knee stays high. We're going to bring those blocks back in. You might want to try them on their highest height or their low height. You just pick what's right for you. And then exhale, round the back, draw the chin to the chest, forehead to the shin, and straighten the front leg. Inhale into the exhale, round, forehead to the shin, straighten the front leg. Inhale forward, we'll do that 2 more times. Exhale back. One more time. Inhale forward. Feel the belly, the ribs, and the shoulders all expand as you inhale. And then exhale, relax the shoulders, the ribs, and the belly draws in as you exhale. Good. Coming back into this high lunge. Set the blocks off to the side. Plant your hands on either side of that left foot and step back to downward dog. In the wrists, nice and slow.
legs and come all the way up to standing. Once you're standing, step your feet apart as wide as your mat and gently start to swing the arms side to side. Releasing the spine even more and even starting to give a little tap on the back. Good. All right. Stepping up to the top of the mat, feet together or hip distance apart. For all my ladies, I like to but check that out. It's not the same for everybody because we're not all the same. All right, go ahead and pick up all your toes, fan them out, and then set them back down with intention, with awareness. Draw the kneecaps up, tailbone lower back up just slightly. Chin is parallel to the floor, shoulders are good. Tailbone is drawn down. And there's a nice deep breath flowing in and out of the lungs. I'm standing in this stable, very aligned posture is allowing prana, chi, mana, that vital life force to flow freely throughout our whole system. Just stand here for a couple more breaths, allowing that rich oxygenated blood to reach all the tissues, organs, and systems in the body. And on your next exhalation, go ahead and gather your hands together in front of your heart as we begin to move through our Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. From here, inhale and interlace the fingers, send the palms out and up as you lift up onto the toes all the way up to the top of the breath. I'm going to lower the heels, pull the hands apart, and start to hinge forward as I take my arms out and down. Flatten the hands, lift the back knee, and step back into downward. Forward into this high push-up position. And then exhale the knees, the chest and the chin down, and keep the elbows tight into the body as you lower down. And then push your feet back, anchor the pubic bone, and gently lift the heart away from the floor. From here, slide the hands back next to the ribs. Elbows are squeezing back. Turn the toes under. Press up onto your hands and knees, and then back. Onto your fingertips and lower the back knee down. Good. Inhale, look forward. Lift your heart, deep breath in. Exhale, press into both feet. Lift the back knee away from the floor and sit to the front of the mat. And up at the top. And exhale to the heart. Follow the breath. Inhale, interlace. Palms go out, lift up onto those toes. Strong legs. Nice and balanced here. And then exhale as the heels come down, the hands move away from each other. We hinge at the in here. As you exhale, plant the hands, lift the back knee, step back into.
chin to the floor, push your feet back, anchor the hips in the pubic bone, and peel the chest away from the floor. Good, slide the hands back, toes under, press up to the hands and knees. Exhale to the heart. Good, second round. Inhale, big sweeping gesture as you take the arms all the way out and up. Bring the biceps right next to the ears, and then see if you can reach the hands back just a little bit so that maybe your elbows go back behind your shoulders. Good, and then come straight up, reach up straight towards the ceiling. Exhale, hinge forward. Long arms, long back, long. Foot back, knee comes down, sweep the arms up overhead. Deep breath in here. Reach straight up towards the ceiling, sink the hips straight down. Good, exhale your hands down to the floor. Step back to downward dog. Empty the. Draw yourself forward, high push-up position. From here, push forward just beyond your fingertips, so the shoulders go beyond your fingertips. Come onto the tops of the feet, and then lower the knees, thighs, and hips to the floor as you activate your triceps and lower into Bhujangasana. Good. Deep breath in here. Send it to the kidneys. Beautiful. Exhale, press up to the hands and knees, and then back to down. And then inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, straight up, reach straight up. Good. Exhale the hands down, lift the back knee, step to the front and empty. Reach up, look up. Exhale to the heart. Follow the breath. Big sweeping gesture up, all the way up. Good. Take the elbows just behind the shoulders. Fingers straight up, nice long spine. Exhale, hinge all the way forward. Sweep the arms up overhead, big breath in. Exhale the hands down and back to downward dog. Push-up position, and then slowly lower the thighs, the knees, and the pubic bone down to the earth, coming into this Bhujangasana. Deep breath in here. Exhale, press up to the hands and knees. Back. And right knee comes down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands down. Lift that back knee. Step to the front. Empty. All the way up to standing. Reach up, look up. Exhale to your heart. Good. Rest your hands at your side. Take 2 resting breaths. Unlock your knees. Be aware of the rate of your heartbeat. And be aware of your breath. Accept where you are in this moment. Accept where you are in this practice.
Good. Now let all of your awareness, your energy, and attention go down into the hands. And feel the space in and around your fingertips. Feel the palm of the hand. Feel the energy around the palm of your hands. And feeling that lightness in the hands, let that lightness travel all the way up into the elbows and into the shoulders. The arms feeling so light now that as you inhale, they just start to float up towards the sky, almost effortlessly, as if some unseen force was taking the arms up. Reach and expand through the chest, and then exhale, dive forward all the way down. Keep the knee up and sweep the arms up overhead in this high Anjani Asana position. Good. As you exhale, open up to your left. Get a little bit of a twist in the spine. Yeah. Good. And then sweep that left arm forward and down to the mat. Step back into downward facing. Forward. Choice. You can come down knees, chest, and chin. You can do the reverse kind of Bhujangasana, or you can lower the whole body, coming down to the floor through Chaturanga. Anchor your pubic bone and then lift the heart into a little bit higher Bhujangasana. Don't crunch the low back. Don't throw the chin up. Exhale, release, and come down. Press up through the hands and knees. Open up the hip, maybe even bend your knee. Really anchor down through that right arm and take 2 breaths. Good. Flip that hip back. Right behind the right wrist for Kapotasana, pigeon pose. And then just walk your left foot down. All right, so if you've got that blanket or cushion handy, underneath the hip. Here, walk yourself almost like you're in. And see if you can breathe that breath right into. And then walk yourself. Your arms and walk yourself over to the right so that you kind of diagonally now will lay over that right leg. So just a little bit of a turn to the right and then come back down as far as feels comfortable for 3 breaths. One more long breath here. Start to straighten. Walk yourself. walk back through to the center, and then come back up, all walking back up on your fingertips, framing that right knee. Turn the back toes under, lift the back knee, lift the hips, and step that right foot all the way back. All the way through. Left foot to the top. Empty the all the way up to the top. And exhale back to the heart. Release your hands by your sides. Unlock your knees and connect with your breath. With your next exhalation, send all of your awareness down into the fingertips. Feel the tingling sensation, the light sensation all around the hands, in between the fingers. Tingling sensation over the tops of the hands and over the palms. The whole hand feeling light and expanded. As you breathe deep, that lightness moves up into the wrist, up the forearms, into the elbows, biceps, triceps, and shoulders. And with your next inhalation, allow the lightness in the arms to just float them up to the sky. Inhaling deeply, the arms almost on their own, magically lifting up towards the sky, reaching into the fingertips. And then exhale, diving forward as you empty the breath, slowly folding over the legs. Then inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step your left foot back. Keep that knee high and take the arms up overhead. High Anjaneyasana. Reach up through the fingertips, deep breath in. And then exhale, open up to the right. Little twist over to the right. Good. Exhale, bring that right hand forward. Hands to the mat and back. Again, your choice. Knees, chest, and chin, the reverse Bhujangasana, or moving through Chaturanga. So coming through this high push-up position, and then exhale, lowering down slowly, gently placing the body on the floor, and inhale, lift into Bhujangasana. Reaching up through the roof of your mouth and not kicking your chin forward. Exhale, slowly release. Turn the toes under. Press up and back. And open up those hips. Flip the hip down right behind your left wrist, and then walk your right foot back. So little knee, little toe, little knee, little toe. Good. Then the top of the back foot rests on the floor and up onto the fingertips we go. Lift your heart, deep breath in. And then exhale, walking down onto the elbows into Sphinx arms, even activating the arms and shoulders, pulling your heart through just like you were in Sphinx, so you get a really deep stretch into the outer left hip. Accepting that this may be where you need to stay, or maybe you want to go a little deeper. Maybe bringing the forehead to the floor or the forearms to the floor for 3 breaths. One more 3-part breath, nice long inhalation. Even slower exhalation. Good. Press into your hands. Come back through Sphinx. Now press into your hands, straighten the arms, and walk yourself over to the left. So you're diagonal off of this left corner, and then lower back down
as far as is comfortable for 3 breaths. Relaxing into the hips, remembering that this is activating the water channels in the body, which are connected to our emotions. So sometimes people will experience a surge of emotions in these hip opening postures. You might get frustrated, you might get sad, you might get joyful. Whatever the emotion is, allow it to express. And just be with that emotion for a couple breaths. And straightening the arms, walking all the way through center over to the right side, and then lowering back down through the elbows and maybe the forehead. I'm going to accept that this is where my body needs to be today. I can't walk all the way down. One more breath here. Good. And then walk your hands back through to the center. Come back through, Sphinx, activate the arms, pull the chest forward, and then walk your hands back up, framing that left knee all the way up onto your fingertips. Turn the back toes under, lift the back knee, plant the hands, lift the hips up, and back into that 3-legged dog. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale, draw the left foot through, and then the right. Empty the breath as you fold towards the shins. And then inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach up, look up, and exhale to the heart. Good. Relax your hands at your sides. Soft bend in the knees, standing Shavasana for 3 breaths. One more. All right. We're going to move through some sort of dynamic balancing postures now. So again, finding the stability in the legs, maybe hip distance apart, maybe together. You find what's right for your body. And then we're going to sit down deep into Utkatasana. Just take your arms straight out in front of you. And look down. Make sure that you can see your toes. They're not hidden by your knees, right? So draw the knees back. Draw the low belly in and up. Lift your heart. Good. And then draw your hands back in towards your hips. And you're going to start to lean. I'm going to start on the right. So lean over to your right and lift up your left leg. Good. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, we're going to shoot everything back to this balancing posture. Good. Reach back through the fingertips. Reach back through that ball of the left foot. Good. One more breath here. Good. Then inhale, standing all the way up. Draw the knee up. Take the arms up towards the ceiling. And then exhale the hands down, step down. Woo! Good job. All right. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink into the hips. Arms go forward. Utkatasana. Draw the hands back. Pull that energy back into the hips. Shift onto your left leg. Pull the right foot up. Take a deep breath in, and then kick it back. Stay here for 2 or 3 breaths. Standing right leg has to be very strong. Try not to let this right hip roll up. Good. Inhale the arms up. Knee comes up. Woo! You might fall over. And then set it down. Let's do that again. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sit down into Utkatasana. Draw the hips, the hands back. Shift your weight into your right foot. Lift that, sort of kickstand that left foot out to the right. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, kick it back. Let's keep this a little bit more dynamic. Inhale the arms up. Draw the left knee up. Down. Deep breath in. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, draw the arms back, lift the knee up. Exhale, kick it back. Inhale up, knee up. Exhale down.
One more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, pull it back. Exhale, kick it out. Inhale the arms up, knee comes up. Exhale down. Last one, deep breath in. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, draw the hands in, lift that right foot up. Exhale, kick it back. Inhale, arms up, knee up. Exhale down. Standing Shavasana for 3 breaths. Beautiful. Inhale, let the arms float up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, walk to down facing dog. Inhale, come forward into that high push-up position and lower the knees down. Good. From here, walk your hands forward and then lower the chest towards the mat, coming into Anahata Asana. Your hips stay high, and you can come down onto the chin, the cheek, or maybe the forehead. Be accepting of what your body needs. And you can let the shoulder blades move towards each other to open and expand across the heart. Take 2 breaths. Really pull that breath up into the collarbone. One more. And then shift forward into Sphinx and bring the hips and pubic bone down to the mat. Elbows right underneath the shoulders. Deep breath in. Spread your fingertips out. And then exhale, extend the arms all the way forehead. Rest your all the way forward. Rest your forehead on the mat and take 3 breaths. You might want to try bending your knees and gently sweeping the feet side to side to release any tension from the low back. Good. Feet down. Walk the arms back in, elbows underneath you, right back into Sphinx pose. And then parallel your right forearm to the short edge of your mat. Bend into your left knee and reach back for this ankle, foot. Maybe you just grab your pant leg and gently pull this heel towards the glute. Now, if it's in your body today, you can bring the palm of the hand up towards the top of the foot and spin your fingers forward and then press down, taking the heel into the glute. Keep pressing down through that right elbow, and you can look back over your right shoulder to get a deeper stretch in the front of your left quadricep. Take another breath, or 2. Good, and then slowly release. Don't let that foot fly back. Come back through Sphinx. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Parallel the left arm. Bend the right knee. Same thing on this side. Gently taking this foot and drawing the heel towards the glute. In any manner that is comfortable for you this morning, pressing down through that left elbow and maybe looking back over the right shoulder. 2 to 3 breaths here. Slowly release. Back through Sphinx. And then all the way out to Pranam. Palms together, forehead on the floor. And this time turn your toes out, wide legs for 3 breaths. This is sort of a mix between Pranam and Makrasana, which is a very relaxing and grounding posture. So take this opportunity and be mindful of the breath. You can feel the expansion in all parts, the lower belly, the mid belly, and the chest, as you fill all 3 lobes of the lungs.
One more heart opening posture. Go ahead and bring the legs back behind you. Bring your arms along your sides and rest your forehead on the floor. So the first thing you want to do is palms facing the ceiling. We're going to reach back into the arms, draw the shoulders and elbows away from the floor, and then interlace your fingers behind the back. And do your best to place the thumb that isn't usually on top, so just make it feel awkward in your hands. Straighten the elbows, see if you can bring the base of the palms together, and then reach back through the arms to pull the head and chest away from the floor. And if it feels right for you this morning, go ahead and lift both legs away from the floor as well. We're going to take 3 breaths here and do your best to pull the breath all the way up to the clavicle bone. This is how we feed our willpower, through making sure our breath is strong, that we can maintain a slow and rhythmic breath, helps us to really move and operate from our power centers, from a place of confidence and truth. I'll take 2 more breaths here. And then slowly lower everything to the floor. Turn one cheek to the side and take 2 breaths. Turn your head to the opposite side. 2 more breaths. Great. From here, turn the forehead down. Bring your arms or your hands underneath your shoulders and bring the legs straight back behind you. We're going to press up through the hands and knees. Back to sit in pose or Vajrasana. And I'm going to suggest 2 blocks this morning. I'm going to do blocks and a cushion. Good. And if this isn't comfortable for your knees, you can just come into any comfortable seated position. We're just going to take 3 deep breaths here. Breathing all the way up to the crown of the head and all the way down to the tailbone. All the way back up to the crown of the head. Exhale down. One more breath in. Long breath out. You're about to meet Frankie. This is our new puppy, Frankie. You're doing so good, girl. Good. Okay. From here, we're going to go ahead and just slide the blocks out and come to sit on your bum and take the legs out in front of you. Good. We're going to do a modified Janusirsasana this morning, so go ahead and draw the right knee in. We're just going to keep this right foot on the right side of the leg. We're not going to cross it over. Oops. Sidetracked by treats. And then take a block out to the outside of your left foot. And place your weight in your left hand and just lift your hip away from the floor and pull the flesh away and sit back down on your sit spot. Keep your left hand where it is. Reach up to the right arm. And then exhale, start to fold forward, kind of diagonally over this left hand. Usually kind of go a little bit further until I can reach the bottom of my foot. And then I can usually gently pull myself forward. Good. If this is comfortable for you, you can try drawing the chin towards the chest and looking back towards the back part of your neck.
Extend the right leg out, left knee in. Again, block out on the right side of your right shin. Lean into your right hand, pull the flesh away from that right hip. Good. Inhale the left arm up, and then exhale, fold forward. So sometimes what I'm going for here is that I like to rest my forehead on this block as I'm reaching my left arm forward. Right arm is back behind me, and my gaze is back towards that right arm. Take one more breath here. And then you can try any variation you tried on the other side. I like the bind around my left hip, and then reaching my right arm towards the sole of the foot. Taking 2 more breaths. But I really like to share the fact about we're connecting 2 marma points here essentially. It's Janu Sirsasana, so head to knee pose. And there's marma points, the Ajna chakra, which is your seat of intuition and wisdom. And Janu Sirsasana has to do with the health of the knee and the health of your digestive system, specifically the colon. And by connecting these 2 points, one more breath. Extend both legs out in front of you. Shake them out just a little bit. And then swing yourself forward. And we're going to come to lie on the back. So set these blocks off to the side. And take your right ankle on top of your left knee. Draw the left knee in. We're just going to get a little bit more stretch to the outer right hip. So lace the hands through the back, take the hold of the back of the hamstring, and gently pull the left knee in towards the chest. Now as you do this, see if you can activate the right leg and send your right knee away from the chest. So left knee towards the chest, right knee away from the chest. Good. Release the grip here. Place your left foot down on the floor and take your hands out to a T. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lower the knee and the foot to the left and place your right sole of the foot down on the mat. Good. So now press down through that right foot, anchor into your right shoulder, turn the head to look out over the right arm. I'm going to take a nice long breath in. Big slow breath out the mouth. Deep breath in. Long breath out the mouth. One more deep breath in. Long breath out. Good. First, look up towards the ceiling, then bring the leg. Go ahead and switch the left knee on top of the right. Gently. Lower the left foot to the floor. Anchor into your left shoulder and turn to look out over the left arm. 3 deep breaths. Remember, in through the nose, out through open mouth. One more time, deep breath in. Long breath out. Bring the head back up first, then the knees. Place both feet on the floor, and from here, straighten out your spine and just windshield wiper the knees. Last bridge pose. Lift the hips and take that arm all the way up overhead as the hips reach towards the ceiling. That's the top of the breath. Exhale, coming back down, reaching the arm back by your side, lowering the hips down. Again, inhale, lift the hips, arm goes up overhead. Exhale the arms down. One more time. Inhale up. Let the chin fall away from the chest. Exhale back down. Good. This last time, go all the way up. Good. This time, stay here. Keep pressing into the feet, lifting the hips towards the ceiling. Chin rolls away from the chest. Take another breath. And then exhale everything back down. And take head down gently. Good. Place your hands on your belly. Walk your feet apart, and then let the knees collapse in towards each other as we find our way to rest. Breathing deeply, letting the body rest as the breath expands and contracts. Okay, now bring your arms along your sides, bring the knees back up parallel, and almost like you're setting up for bridge pose again, bringing the heels close to the glutes, and I want you to tuck your arms underneath you. Really get them all right. Lift the hips up, see if you can tuck underneath a little bit more, and maybe even hook your thumbs together. Palms are flat. Good, then I'm going to set the body back down over my arms as I'm all tucked up. I'm going to bring the feet together, open the knees as I come into this supported, reclined Baddha Konasana. We'll take 3 breaths here. One more breath. Good, and then bring the knees back up. Press into your feet. Untuck your arms. Take the arms way out to the side so that your hands are wider than your shoulders, and then extend your legs out nice and wide, feet wider than the hips. And just rock your legs side to side. And then rock your head side to side. Relax. Take a deep breath in. And really fill up the lungs as full as you can. Take another sip of breath. Another sip. Another sip. Open your mouth and let it gush out. Good, 2 more times, and this time we'll incorporate Lion's breath. So reaching the tongue out towards the chin as we exhale. Big open eyes. Deep breath in. Pack in that breath. Take another sip. One more. Open the eyes wide. Reach the tongue out and exhale. Good. One more time. Deep breath in. Pack it in. A little more. Open the mouth. Open the eyes. And relax. Relax all parts of the body. Let everything get heavy. Let everything get soft. Even the tongue and the jaw relax. Let the whole body soften. There's nothing more relaxing than a puppy bark. But you're a yogi, so you've been practicing for a long time, the body being in a state of stress, so to speak, or uncomfortability, while you maintain an even and steady breath. That allows the body to digest quote unquote trauma, or to digest any experience, as long as we can maintain an even breath. Take a nice deep breath in, stretch into the fingers and the toes. As you exhale, give them a little wiggle. Move the ankles and the wrists in both directions. Good. Go ahead and move the elbows a few times. Bring the legs together. Draw one out, the other knee in and out. Good. And then stretch the arms all the way up overhead from the fingertips to the toe tips. Big stretch. And then exhale as you gently roll onto your left side. Pausing for a breath. And then very gently moving back up to a seated position. And we're going to sit on a blanket or a cushion. And just rest your hands gently in your lap. Reach the tailbone down towards the center of the earth as you lift up through the heart. Take one full breath in, all the way out. And then close your right nostril with your thumb and inhale through the left. Close the left side with your ring finger, open the right side and exhale. Inhale through the right. Close with your thumb, release the other side and exhale. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. Continue at your own pace. Alternate nostril breathing. Balancing our whole body right down to the hormones. The next time you exhale on the left, you can let that be the finishing breath. Return the hands to the lap. And just sit in this space. Take a moment to honor and observe your senses, starting with the sense of smell, the sense of taste, the sense of sight, the sense of touch, and your sense of sound. Accepting whatever your senses bring in without judgment or criticism. Accepting things as they are. From here, go ahead and bring your hands onto your hearts. As you breathe in, I would like you to say, I am. As you breathe out, I want you to say, beautiful. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, worthy. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, safe. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, healthy. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, complete. Bringing our hands together in front of our hearts. I am grateful. I am you, and you are me. I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us. Namaste.